take because he's a big player, and they're talking of 2 to 4 weeks out on the injury, so it's going to be hard to adjust to that without Derek Wolfe because he's a big time player for the Broncos, and I think he's done really good, and he's just coming along. He's just getting better and better every week. I know everybody said we're going to sit here and complain about the refs' penalty calls. I'm not going to. I think the Raiders had 3 or 4 penalty calls, and we had like 20 or something. I don't know if I know for over 100 yards. But I know the last week the Raiders had got like 24. So they kind of, it was kind of a setup in a way where I think that the Raiders' low count on the penalties was because there was obvious holds on Von Miller, maybe 2 or 3 that could have been called. You know, they were close. But I'm not saying we played the refs. Everybody's complaining we played the refs. You know, F this, F that. I don't like to say anything like that. But there were some calls that should have been called in that game that the Raiders went their way and just didn't go our way. And that's part of the game. You know, the referees can't see everything. So I don't really ever blame the refs. We just got to man up and we got to play the game. Like I said, congratulations to the Raiders. We got beat. I'm taking like a man. It's hard. It's been a hard day today, but that's just part of the game. So it was fun to see Ware in the game. I don't think he even got 15 snaps. I'm gonna have to look that up. I had all the snaps. I had all the snaps and all the analytics. I had everything pulled up. I don't have it pulled up no more because I was trying to get a hold of my guest. But I don't know if he had 15 snaps. One thing that concerns me is they have Shane Ray in there a lot. And I think Barrett is way better than Shane Ray. Shane Ray, I've already explained this to you guys. Shane Ray backs up Von Miller. Barrett backs up DeMarcus Ware. So it doesn't make sense to me to put Shane Ray in a position that he don't really play a lot. So I'd rather see Shane Ray play his own position, but you don't take Von Miller out the game. I just think that Barrett's a better player, and I'm not being biased because he's a CSU, you know, because I'm a CSU fan and a Colorado Buff fan, but he really is better. Look at the stats, look at the gameplay. I think he has as many tackles as Ray does in less amount of play time. So make sure that you check that out. Make sure you look into that. You know, tonight's the sports with Ike Diaz. I am KBLP. I've been off for a few weeks, but it's awesome to be back with everybody. I really appreciate all the listeners, all the fans, all the inboxes. I ended up having 24 inboxes for tonight with questions. I'm not going to be able to get to them tonight because we have TWD tomorrow, so we're on a scheduled arrangement. But let's look into the Saints next week. So we're going to be playing the Saints. We know Drew Brees could air it out. You know he got weapons. You know he got the line that can block. They're big boys just like the Raiders. So it's going to be a tough battle, and I think that we're going to be able to pull it out as long as they go in there ready to play defensively and offensively. And like I said, I hope I see the kid. We hope we see the kid. I hope I see the kid. So you could put in there in the chat if you think my opinion's wrong on letting the kid play now and sitting Trevor Siemian, put it in the chat. I don't mind because I'm just telling you the way I feel in my opinion. You know, normally I'm really nice when I talk on my sports podcast, but it was Raider week yesterday, so I'm still upset. And I usually have my language is pretty good, so I haven't said any bad words or anything. So, but there's always a word I say when we play the Raiders, but I can't say it on the air. But it's pretty cool. But we have a sponsor now, and I'm very excited. So shout out to our new sponsor. Announcements will start being made in December and January about our sponsor. So make sure you check that out. Getting more into the New Orleans Saints. The Broncos have to put up points if we want to beat the Saints. Let's look forward to this game. The Broncos, okay. Here's the thing: you're gonna have to get a couple turnovers that turn into touchdowns from the defense. and then you're going to have to get a couple. You're going to have to get a couple scores from our offense for us to beat the Saints. So we're looking at 28 points right there, and I think we beat the Saints. So if you get 2 turnovers in New Orleans territory, and the Broncos punch it in for 2 touchdowns, and then you get a couple drives with our offense, and they punch it into the end zone, I think that we beat the Saints 28. I don't know. I haven't really thought about the Saints score because I know they're going to score high. So I'd probably say right now 28-26 because I think we're going to have about 4 touchdowns. I was actually shocked in the Raider game Sunday because I only thought the Broncos would score 14 and they scored 20. I really thought that the defense was going to show up regardless in Oakland and shut the Raiders down, which they did offensively, but they in the passing game, but they ran on us in the running game. So I do got in detailed analytics if you want them. You can inbox me. I'm picking up all the analytics now. I'm picking up all the fantasy. What else do I have? I have several things now. So if you want more information, get at me. I was going to give you more information tonight, but tonight was a short night because, like I said, we have a double podcast tomorrow because TWD is going to be on Tuesday tomorrow instead of Monday. Because we were supposed to do TWD tonight, but we're going to do TWD tomorrow. So be looking forward to that. And it's been a great time hanging with everybody. I love it. This is awesome. It's the best time of my life. And I'll play a song to get us out of here for the night. I wish I could have talked more Broncos with you. Make sure you write the trivia. I'm going to write the trivia right now when we're done. Make sure you check out the trivia. Make sure you check out all the podcasts. We got Why the Blues coming up. Friday morning we have Freaks in the Basement. Chris Stevens. You have to check that out. It's awesome. And then you also got Hair Mania on Thursday. Make sure you check that out. Rolling with the Oldies on Wednesday morning. I would honestly check that out if you're into the Oldies. And we have a couple more shows that are coming up. Shout out to Patrick. Hope you're feeling better. He's one of our podcasters that he's gonna be running 2 podcasts. So make sure to get ready for that. If there's any information you need, my number is 720-298-2121. You can get direct with me. We also are looking for podcasters, morning podcasters. We're full for the evening, but we are looking for morning podcasters if you have the morning available, the rush hour morning from like 4 a.m. to like 9 a.m. You're not going to be on the air for those hours. You could just pick an hour anytime in there, throw an hour in, and you could do a music show, a talk show, whatever kind of podcast you want to do, you could do that. So it's been fun, guys. I really do appreciate it. I thank you for all the support. Like I said, I took a couple weeks off. I'm back. I'm ready to roar for the next half of the season. I didn't get into a lot tonight because I didn't have my guest, but I will get the next podcast. We're going to get into a lot. Thing is, next Monday is my birthday. So we may move the podcast to Tuesday, but I will let everybody know. So next Monday is my birthday. I am going to be a little older. But once again, thank you all for listening in. I'm gonna play a little bit of my mixed show tape before we get out of here. I actually perform this live when I'm at concerts. So check it out, and then we'll get back with sports next week. Thanks, guys. Have a great evening.
This could be played at high volume. This could be played. This could be played at high volume. This could be played. This could be played at high volume. This could be played. This could be played at high volume. This could be played high volume. high volume. This should be played. This should be played at high volume. This should be played. This should be played at high volume. This should be played high volume. Volume.
Friends, how many of us have them? Friends, ones we can depend on. Friends, how many of us have them? Friends,
Before we go any further,
let's be
friends, boom.
How many of us have them? Friends,
Thank you for all the people who stay loyal to Ike Diaz and KVLP. We do a big thank you to all the podcasters. We do it live every week, guys. We do the podcast live. We don't pre-record and then replay them. We do them live. So it's pretty fun. But I want to thank everybody again for tuning in. I'll try to get my guest back on the line. He's a Raiders fan. I'll try to get him back on the line another time. It was going to be fun to have a Raider fan on the air and talk to him a little bit about sports. But we'll get him next time, guys. We'll get him next time. You know, there's still 7 more games in the season. Bronco fans, keep your head up. If you're listening, thank you for tuning in. I know it was tough yesterday, but we're strong. We're a team. We're going to keep it together. It's going to be fun. Have a good night, guys. Thank you very much. Ike Diaz Sports. Check me out every week. Thank you.